On the edge of I-45 in Conroe, Texas, lies what looks to be a forgotten shopping center that was once filled with life. Young teenagers, adults, or friends, and even families would walk around, shopping, talking, laughing. You can hear the sound of cars driving around, looking for a place to park. People getting out of their cars and walking to their favorite stores. You could tell just about everyone was having a blast. It was packed, especially on the weekends when people were off work. It was the place to go for a good time. That was until the rise of online shopping, when it changed everything. This is the Outlets at Conroe, opened in either the late 80s or early 90s. This 282,000 square feet of retail space had around 70 plus stores to shop from. Some of these stores were Nike Clearance, Sunglasses Hut, Vitamin World, Kitchen Collection, Maurice's, and a whole lot more. These businesses were doing great during its first few years of being in operation. More stores started opening up in the area, giving buyers a variety of outlet stores to choose from, like Carter's, Dress Barn, Rue 21, and Levi's, just to name a few. Sometime in November of 2007, the mall unveiled a 80-foot tall electronic sign featuring nearly 1.4 million LEDs capable of displaying full motion video and high resolution images, which was used to attract people to come in and shop, and it worked for a short time. So the building number is next to the store, and these are the stores that were here. Outlets at Conroe. This is a map of the parking lot and the stores that were here. The numbers, again, tell you what store was what. Yeah, I wonder what this was. There were all kinds of special events going on throughout the year, especially during Christmas time. The kids would go see Santa, take a photo with him, and even visit his workshop. It felt like everything was going well, that the people were happy, shopping for themselves or for someone else. But nope, that wasn't the case. A few years down the road, some of the original businesses that were there got up and left. Leaving sections of the building empty. Until a few newer stores took their place for a short time. That was until around 2012 to 2015, when stores noticed that their sales have decreased, along with the number of shoppers that used to shop here. These stores were promoting big sales from up to 50 to 70% off, just to get people to come back. And it worked, but not like the way you think it would. It wasn't looking good for the stores that were open, as they weren't making the money they needed to keep the business running. Their parking lot started to look like a ghost town. Driving around the back of the building, just seeing what's going on back here. It don't look like there's much so far. Speed bump. Oh lordy. Why you got a speed bump back here for? So bizarre. So we got a dumpster right there. Looks like we got a maintenance, or maybe security, I don't know. Probably maintenance. Hey, first sight of graffiti. Cuts back out to the mall over there, and then it goes back that way. It is very eerie just seeing all these stores vacant. Very few are still out here. This one right there is still open. I'm not exactly sure about the one next door to it. The escape, that escape place. Wonder what store this was. Got Sam Houston in there on a poster board. Sadly, as the years gone by, more and more shops started shutting down. That was until 2020 came. I'm sure everybody knows that story. If you don't, well, we had a pandemic and it caused the world to shut down, leaving just about 90% of these big brand shopping stores to shut their doors and never open up again at this location in Conroe, Texas. By 2021, the outlet mall was starting to look like a ghost town. Very few stores were still open, surprisingly. Then by 2023 and 2024, a few newer businesses came in, hoping to bring more attraction to the area, but the place still looked dead. Very little cars were out front, and rarely would I see a customer walk in one. It's strange not seeing a lot of cars in once a popular area. So, I decided to walk around and take a look inside some of these places that are abandoned. Store after store, empty, no sign of life. That was until I came across one store that had everything inside. And yes, it never reopened up again. What the heck is that thing in the middle of your screen? It's blue. It's some type of machine. Now, exactly what they're going to do at this place, I really don't know. I read a couple comments saying that, oh wow, everything is inside here. Oh my goodness, there's nobody inside either. I read a couple of comments saying that this place is going to eventually get demolished, but their comment was a year or maybe 2 years ago. Are those lights on? No, I guess that's just reflection. Wow. Dresses. Wow, everything is still inside. That is impressive. Oh wait, I think I remember the name of this store. Oh no. Let me back up a little bit. Okay, this store, oh crap, I think it starts with an M. Mercy's? I don't know. I'll put it on screen and I'll show you in a second. This particular store, from what I read online, actually closed, was it 11 months ago, I think? 12 months ago? A year? Something on the lines of that. Very, very recent, actually. I think it was July of 2024, I think. Yeah, they got this door locked up. Look at all that. Just going to waste. Online shopping is just taking over. What's your channel again?
Exploring with Ben and Sam, right on YouTube.
Go check them out. Show them some love. Subscribe to. Some of these shops out here just don't have the names on them anymore. Got plants in the window. Or plants in the window. Look what I just found. I found me a penny. It's on heads, so that's pretty cool. Now this right here apparently is a church. Welcome, we're glad you're here. Yes, this is a church. Here's the sign, the prayer room. Tuesday 6:30 p.m. fellowship. 7:15 service. Sunday 10:30 a.m. See what it looks like in this particular store. I'm trying to find a. Here we go. Man, they could use this for just like other stuff, and instead of just letting it sit here. It's really, honestly, depressing, disappointing seeing stores like this just sit here. You know, whoever out there could use these particular stores for homeless shelters, because there's a lot of homeless people all around the world, honestly. I turned around, and all I could see is an empty parking lot with vacant stores all around me. Very few people driving around in the parking lot or just sitting in their cars doing whatever. This got me thinking, who owns this? And what are they going to do with this 300,000 square foot property? I ended up Googling outlets at Conroe here in Conroe, Texas, and a few things popped up that I found very interesting. One is that of a Facebook group, and two are reviews on Reddit and Yelp. I started reading the comments on the Facebook group to see what people had to say. Someone mentioned that whoever did or currently owns the outlet would overcharge the renters, making it impossible to make a profit. Another problem I came across is the maintenance. That the buildings were not up to code, that there was water damage inside some of the outlet stores, trash just left outside of the parking lot, making it look dumpy, and that the bathrooms didn't function correctly. And another thing I read is that some of the employees were not treated fairly at work, which is a shame to hear. There's still a whole lot more that was said about this particular outlet out here in Conroe, Texas. On Yelp, Reddit, this Facebook group that I found online, There was a lot to be said, negative and positive. So I was informed that this right here is where the Santa is at, and the kids come and tell them what they want for Christmas. Wow, everything is still inside. This is June 1st, 2025, and there's Christmas decor still left behind inside of an abandoned outlet. Oh, the green and red. Yeah, that also gives it away for being a Christmas store. Now, I believe over here is where Santa's house is at. Right next to the busy interroad I-40, and next to Interstate I-45. Go check it out. The building right there that you just saw, that's where Santa sits, and that's where the kids come to see Santa. Now, as I point the camera this direction, this right here is Santa's little workshop. Let's see what we got inside. There's a fireplace to the left-hand side with all the books up there. That's the chimney on the inside. And it looks like on the right-hand side, it looks like there's some drum and some other belongings still in there. I'm liking the red door. Red and green. It's Christmas. Oh, there you go. Now you can actually see what is in there without the glare. That is really cool. Now as I point the camera down, yeah, more Christmas decorations, the lights. Santa's little workshop. Every mall, outlet mall, whatever, has something to do with Santa here. Yeah, right there, Santa's house. Outlets at Conroe. Got a little hole right here you can peek in through. Now you can really see what's going on inside here. There's a little hole right there where you can peek inside and see what's in there. It's actually a lot better shot. There's a little hole right there on the window. You can see what's actually inside the building.
They're like the shaky entryway.
Oh yeah.
Not kid safe.
Is it not? Let's see. I was told this was not safe. Yeah, I don't want to take chances on it. So I just learned that the people that are coming into this building right here is one of the churches that's on the property. And from what I read online, I think there's 2, 3, maybe 4 churches still active. This is the active side and pretty much what's left open. And again, way out there in the distance it's just vacant. If I speed you up to today, June 20, 2025, there's still a few businesses hanging in there and somehow surviving or barely making it. I'm not sure how much longer this outlet mall in Conroe, Texas will last, but if you come here, please be respectful to the property. If you have ever shopped here back in the day and have a really interesting memory on what you did here, I would love to hear your stories in the comments. At the beginning of the video, I mentioned that online shopping has changed the way the world works today. Now, I'm sure everyone is familiar with online shopping today, as it's the norm. Just about everyone does it and buys off of Amazon, which is very convenient. But it's also taking over other businesses out there, making it harder for these big brand or mom and pop shops to keep up. It's like all the stores we grew up with have to do whatever they can to keep up with Amazon or shut their doors for good. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section on what you think about online shopping.